What is going on, dudes? My name is another team. I'm your coach for Kansas City Nidokings, and today we have our team prep for our week 1 DBL match versus VV Palace and the Liberty Vivillons. Pretty excited for this match. I'm going to be going through the team that I decided to build for his. I should also bring up his. I forget every time, and I don't know why. This is going to be kind of weird for this week. Obviously, you were seeing this video way earlier than you expect, because typically I upload these on the Friday of the week, and then Saturday being the battle, but this week I cannot do it. I'm leaving for a trip for Montreal on July 1st, so that means I'm going to have to do my week 1 and week 2 matches this week. So I'm doing my week 1 early, so I can get the week 2 one done, and don't worry about it. It's just going to be kind of a crazy time for me. Anyways, we're going to start off with our captain, the man, the myth, the legend, Ravager, repped every day. Anyways, we are rocking our Mega here with close combat, knockoff, quick attack, return, max attack, max speed, a little bit, and HP. So the reason I wanted to do this is obviously because Mega Pinsir is a huge threat. Close combat does really well on like Hydreigon. It'll do quite a bit to Klefki. It'll hit Darmanitan hard. Absol, it'll obliterate. Gigalith, it'll do a lot of damage. Obviously, it doesn't affect Gourgeist. And Vivillon, I don't think we'll really want to even take that from a freaking Pinsir. Anyways, I have quick attack for that Vivillon if he decides to bring it. It's just quick attack's a good stab move to begin with. Knockoff will be for that Gourgeist that I cannot hit with close combat, as well as anything like such as that Crest that I want to just get rid of the leftovers on, and you know, just have this thing be just a threat like it was last season. And yeah, quick attack is for that priority to get ahead of some Pokemon. It also wrecks Sceptile. It'll do a lot of damage to everything but the Klefki and the Gigalith, which are the only 2 Pokemon that resisted on his team. So, really nothing wants to take on Ravager, and that is why he's so awesome to bring this match. We're also rocking Return, because Return is obscenely powerful. If I know I'm easily going to outspeed anything, I might as well just go for the Return and do a lot of damage, because I think it'll still do a lot of damage to the Klefki. It'll do a lot of damage to the Klefki. The Gigalith won't take it. Will take it a lot better, but it still doesn't really want to take it, especially because I have close combat. Max attack is this thing is a complete beast, and max speed, because base 105 speed outspeeds, I think, most of his team, provided they aren't scarfed. So, pretty cool stuff. Simple Ravager, one I ran several times. Next up, we have Illuminati the Claydol. So if you remember, I drafted Altaria, then I swapped it out for Claydol, because Altaria cannot learn Defog, which doesn't make any sense to me. Anyways, we are rocking leftovers with Rapid Spin, Ice Beam, Earthquake, and Stealth Rock. So, Rapid Spin is obviously to get rid of those rocks, because once Ravager is Mega Evolved, he takes 4 times damage, half his health from the rocks, and I really don't want that. So if I can get this thing out here, it resists the rocks, and I can Rapid Spin them away. I have my own rocks to set up. I have 2 Pokemon, I think, with rocks in this team, just in case he has something else, but he's got Pokemon that I think can get rid of the rocks. I could be wrong, but actually, I don't think he does. Unless Gligar gets Defog, he does not have any way to clear the rocks. Spin to get rid of rocks if he decides to put them up. Ice Beam, because Ice Beam hits Pokemon like the Gourgeist who resist my Earthquake, or like, you know, the Vivillon or something like that. Do a lot of damage to that. Mega Sceptile, because it's 4 times super effective against him. Hydreigon hits for super effective damage, because I can't hit with E-Quake. And then E-Quake, just because it's a more powerful move than Earth Power, is the whole reason I did that. Crest is typically physically bulky, but I think Crest has Levitate anyway, so it wouldn't matter. I wouldn't leave this thing against Crest, because it's just set up fodder for it if he decides to bring it. And we're rocking max HP 200, excuse me, in special defense, and then 56 in defense. The 56 in defense also rocking the relaxed nature. The defense is to, you know, if I can maybe live a hit, because I mean, I've got really good defense stats on this thing, so this thing will be a very nice wall. Not a lot of Pokemon on his team can touch it. I mean, a decent amount, but you know, this thing is gonna be a sit-in, just to, you know, see what he's gonna go for, and maybe get a good pivot. Obviously not using a pivot move, but that's what I'm hoping for. Next up, we have our beast, Alder. Now, I really think Haxorus is gonna run house if he gets the chance. I'm running a Scarf Haxorus, which obviously there are a couple Pokemon on his team, I believe, that can outspeed me. That if he scarfs them, like I think Hydreigon maybe beats me by 1 point. Hold on. Yeah, it's 1 point faster than me, so if it ends up being scarfed, it will outspeed me, which sucks. Okay, apparently my EV's reset. Obviously, you know what I want to run on this. I don't know exactly why that happened, but you know what? It doesn't matter. We're rocking Earthquake, Dragon Claw, Night Slash, and Aqua Tail. So, Earthquake, because it's a very, very nice move. It'll hit Pokemon like that Klefki that have the stab advantage over me and aren't affected by the Dragon Claw. Dragon Claw is so I don't have Outrage, so I'm not locked into Outrage, because he can easily send in that Klefki and then wall me completely, and I have to... I can't do anything to him. He can get off a nice Dazzling Gleam, do a lot of damage, and I really don't want that. It'll also hit many of his Pokemon for decent damage. Nothing on his team resists the Dragon except for Klefki, so that is very, very nice. Night Slash is for the Gourgeist because, obviously, they're typically physically bulky. Night Slash has an overall base power 130, or no, 125 after... Yeah, no. Base 105 after you take in super effectiveness. What? What am I doing? I don't know what I was thinking about, but Night Slash will be 140 base power against the thing. It also has a chance to crit. It also hits that crest for very nice damage because those are, it's a bulky Pokemon. I need to get rid of it, and it should be nice. Aqua Tail is there for the Gigalith, pretty much. I know I can do a decent amount of damage with some other moves, but it's just there for, you know, the Darmanitan or the Gigalith. I didn't really have anything else I needed to put on this thing, and nothing else I really wanted to. So, yeah, Alder can wreck House on his team, because base 147 attack. This thing is absurd, so I'm really glad I was able to pick it up. We are running max attack, max speed with a Jolly Nature, so... Obviously, just to be as quick as we can and do as much damage as possible. So, very nice. Next up, we have Cobalt the Cobellion. I was trying to think of a name. I had a name when I first drafted him, but I completely forgot what I was going to call him. Anyways, rocking a Rocky helmet because I didn't really know what else to give him. I can't Scarf him because, well, actually, wait. I could Scarf this thing if I want to. We'll see if I do. Just because I was thinking about my other team where I have 2 Scarfs on that team. That's the week 2. Anyways, we're rocking Volt Switch, Sacred Sword, Iron Head, and Taunt. So, max attack, max speed with a Jolly Nature. Pretty cool stuff. Volt Switch is just so I can get a pivot off. He does have a resistance to it. Or, he has a couple resistances, but Gligar is the only thing that is immune to the Volt Switch. So that'll just help me get a nice pivot off. Sacred Sword, because it's a very nice, powerful stab move. It hits everything but that Cresselia and the Gligar and the Gourgeist for super effective damage. Well, that's not true. Not normal damage. The Vivillon also resists it, but it'll do a lot to the Vivillon. Iron Head is another good stab move that hits all of the Pokemon that I just mentioned for decent damage as well. And then Taunt, just in case he has a Pokemon like Cresselia out that I'm against. And because Cresselia would have the upper hand in that situation, I could taunt him so he couldn't get sub-Calm Mind if he decides to do that. Just taunt anything that I'm scared of it setting up on me. And we're running max attack, max speed to be as quick as we can and to just do as much damage as possible, obviously. And then the 4 in HP, because I didn't really want to put much. I didn't want to put an extra one in special defense, because nothing on the special side is what really scares me. So, you know what? We are good. And Justified should be nice if I'm able to predict a hit from the Absol and then get +2 attack boost, so that'll be nice. Anyways, we next have Elizabeth. I was trying to think of a nice egg pun name for it that was also a female name, so you know what? I like Elizabeth, and we're gonna go with it. We're rocking Eviolite, obviously, Natural Cure, Aromatherapy, Soft Boils, Stealth Rocks, and Seismic Toss. So, typical Chansey set, just because it's a very nice special wall. It should help me out pretty immensely. As you see, I did put a lot in defense. Obviously, to make this thing pretty bulky, I mean, at the same time, I probably don't need to put that much in defense. I should probably put more in special defense, but at the same time, it says, like, suggested spread is physically defensive. I decided to go even beyond that. It's got an incredible HP stat. It's just going to be hard to take down unless he gets a knockoff off. But if I'm predicting the knockoff, I can swap into Cobalt and then get the Justified boost, and that'll be very nice. Aromatherapy, obviously, if he has something that wants to burn me. If Klefki can get Will-O-Wisp or Toxic or something like that, Toxic's not even as big as a deal if he gets, like, as a burn. If he can burn, like, Ravager or Cobalt or Alder, that will be very bad for them. So I need to keep Elizabeth for that specific reason. Softball so I can heal myself up. Rocks just in case Claydol is unable to get them up at the time. And then Seismic Toss because it's the best damaging move I could use. And then just basically other stuff. And we're rocking a Bold Nature. Just do as much damage as take as much damage as I can. And finally, we're bringing Hermione. So I was debating on my last team member for the match, because I'm debating it in my head because I didn't have a lot else that really matched up well against this team. I decided to go with Hermione just because of her moveset, or her learn set, excuse me. We're rocking Magician just in case I get knocked off. Assault Vest, because I didn't really want to give it a Scarf or anything like that, and it's got full attack and moves anyway, so why not take advantage of a little more special defense from, you know, like the Manaphy or the Gorgeist if it decides to be special, or Vivillon, you know, it could be decent. So we're rocking Psychic because it's more powerful, and obviously Crest is on the special side, so if it ends up coming to that, I mean, obviously, I can hit it with Psychic, it'll do more damage than Psyshock would. But Psychic's just a decent stab move. Klefki and Absol are the only things not affected by it on his team. I mean, Klefki resists, but Absol's immune. So, you know what? Psychic should be very nice. Heat Wave is for Pokemon like that Vivillon, like that Gorgeist, Pokemon that I don't really match up too well against. I sacrificed 10% accuracy for 5 more base power compared to Flamethrower. Maybe I'll change that back to Flamethrower because I've missed several really bad moves. It'll also do damage to that Klefki, so that'll be nice. Grass Knot for the Manaphy if I get stuck in against it, or the Gigalith. It'll do a lot of damage. It may even one-shot the Gigalith. Well, it'll knock it down to its 30. And then Gligger, it'll do a lot of damage. It'll do a pretty good amount of damage to Gligger. And then Shadow Ball is really only for that Crest, so I have something to counter it with, because Heat Wave would be better against the Gorgeist. So, as you see, we're rocking max special attack, max speed with a timid nature, and then 4 in defense because it's got a weaker physical defense stat. And yes, so that is the team I am bringing for the Liberty Vivillons. I do think that it's a really good team. I think if I can get Haxorus the opportunity to come in cleanly, then he will wreak havoc. I think he'll probably get like 2 or 3 kills in the match. That's my goal. That's my guess. Ravager as well, because the rest of my Pokemon, I mean, Hermione and Alder and Pinsir are obviously my sweepers for this. Illuminati is an all-around wall, and then Chansey's a physical special wall at this time. And then Hermione can take a special hit because of the Assault Vest, you know. And I'm excited for this battle. I think that our team is going to do well. I do like my draft. My draft is pretty fun, and this team is just crazy. It's not a team I think I would ever build. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, I'll just appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe for more. And like, I think maybe an hour and a half from this video going live, you will see the battle. Anyways, if you want to get Kansas City Nidokings merch, link is always in the description below. Anyways, you'll also find the links to VV and the DBL Twitter. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and let's go Nidokings!